Welcome, welcome. Let's see. I see Danielle. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Judy. Hi,
Foundation
Kim, Amber,
outside
Lisa, Maria.
and staying off camera and like
And if your if your Zoom square says Samsung, let us know who you are. You can change it. If
Yeah,
you
I
go to
see
the
a
top,
Samsung.
if you go to the top right corner, there's three dots, and if you click that, you can click on rename. That way we'll know who you are. Hi, Laura.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome. All right, so who's Samsung SMS928U? Tell us who you are. We're glad you're here, and the other Samsung too, because we're doing a prize wheel, you guys. I'm getting all of our guests entered into our prize wheel. So say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Hi, Reen. And yeah, let us know where you're tuning in from. We're going to give everybody a minute to get in. Hi from Massachusetts, Judy representing Massachusetts. Hey, Kim. Anita from North Carolina. Lisa Brown, Tennessee. Maria from Tennessee. Tiffany. All right, I'm just getting everybody entered into the prize wheel. So make sure if you're a guest, you drop your name in the chat where you're tuning in from, the confines of your house in Ohio, Amber. All right, let me get a few things going here. Okay, so this is going to be fun, you guys. And okay, so we're talking makeup mistakes, right? I know that's why you're all here. It's going to be slightly exposing, but in the best way, in the absolute best way. So, listen, I will tell you first. Oh, Sherry. Okay. Sherry, we got you. Sherry is in the prize wheel as G990. Brenda. Okay. Gotcha. Brenda is S928. Gotta love technology. Okay. So I have made every single one of these beauty mistakes, you guys. Every single one. Oh, we've got more in the waiting room. Let me let everybody in. Okay. So before we start, we have to get the chat box going, you guys, because Zoom, it's way more fun when we use Zoom and when we can interact and we can chat. So tell me on a scale of 1 to 10, and if you're a guest just popping in, make sure to drop your name in the chat where you're watching from. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you feel doing your makeup right now? How confident do you feel doing your makeup right now? Okay, Maria, you are in the right place. 1 is low, 10 is high. 10 is like, I've got it nailed down. I'm feeling good about it. We've got some sevens. That's good. 7, 7, 6, 6. Okay. All right, I'm just making sure I have all of the guests in the chat or in the prize wheel because you guys, we are going to do a prize drawing. Okay, wait, whose iPhone? If you just joined in your iPhone, tell us who you are. Drop your name in the chat or you can change your name for us, just so that you can go into the drawing. All right, so how about one more question? If you have ever bought makeup and then had no idea how to use it, have any of you ever
Are
been
you
any
talking about now or in the past?
now or in the past, doesn't matter. Now or in the past. Type yes in the chat if you've ever bought makeup and then had no idea what to do with it. I was just telling Reen before we started that you guys, before Mary Kay, I wore no makeup. I was clueless, knew nothing. Uh, yes, yes, I'm seeing a lot of yeses. Okay, so tonight's gonna be good, you guys. You are my people. You're in the right place. You're in a safe place. So can I just share something first before? Oh, we have two Sherrys on. Oh, that's fun. We'll have to figure out how to distinguish. If anybody can let me know. Sherry with an iPhone. I've got it. And then the other Sherry is on a Samsung. Okay. I think we'll do it that way. Otherwise, you can feel free to unmute and help me out. Okay, let me just say this. As women, we tend to criticize ourselves. Would you agree? I think in general, we tend to criticize ourselves, but confidence isn't about having the perfect face and the perfect makeup. It's stewarding what God has already given us. And makeup isn't about hiding or covering things up. It's just about enhancing and just showing up with intention. And so keep that in mind too. I know that we can be really critical, especially of ourselves and our looks as we age. We see, gray hairs and fine lines, and our skin is doing things that it didn't used to do. And I got them, Laura. Thank you, Nikita and Bana. You're in the drawing. Yeah, filters, right, are my friend for sure. For sure. We love that. Well, tonight is not about perfection. It's about small tweaks that can make a big difference. So here's how tonight works. I'm going to walk you through five. I told you it was kind of hard to narrow down to just five makeup mistakes. So if we have time, I'll give you a bonus one. If not, I'll share it on social media in the next week. Um, so I'm going to share with you what to do instead if you happen to be making these mistakes. We've got some specials as always. So, and then we've got a couple giveaways. So, here's the scoop though. You got to stay until the end for the giveaways. And you have to at least drop in the chat 3 times something, comment in the chat 3 times. So comment 3 times, hang on till the end. We've got a giveaway. Oh, and we're going to do a bonus giveaway. This is going to be fun. Those of you on social media, take a screenshot. You can either do that with your computer. I'm going to see if I can do that real quick. Everybody smile if your camera's on. I don't know if it'll work. Oh, I think I got it. Okay, cool. Or you can, if you've got your phone, here, we'll do a picture this way. Everybody smile. Take a screenshot of tonight or take a picture with your cell phone and post it on social media and tag me to your story or just post it. And then we'll do that bonus drawing tomorrow. So we want to share with everybody who couldn't make it, which I am recording, so you can pass it on to your friends that couldn't be here. So I've got a couple of giveaways. All right, before we get started, drop your favorite emoji in the chat. Your favorite emoji. You can still take a picture at any point, Lisa, for the drawing or take a screenshot. All right, Nikita's got the high five hands. I love it. Hearts in the eyes. Hearts in the eyes. That's one that I use a lot too. I love that one. Favorite emoji, and then we're gonna get started. Tiffany, I love it. Oh, the dinosaur. That's fun, Maria. That's the winky face with the heart. I like that one. Praying hands. I do that one a lot myself. Oh, Judy's ready for a party, and Laura's always laughing. I love it. All right, you guys. So, many of you know, I believe that I'm with Mary Kay, and we've been around for over 60 years in over 37 countries around the world, the #1 direct selling brand of skincare and color cosmetics in the world. One of the things I love most about what we do is our education first philosophy. My background is teaching. Many of you know. If you don't know, now you know. I got my degree in education, and so I love teaching. I love learning. That's just an environment that I've always appreciated, and this opportunity has allowed me to do that. And I love that Mary Kay gives us as women that opportunity to teach, and gives you as clients and potential customers the opportunity to learn. Because school's never out for the pro. I'm laughing at all your emojis. You guys, I love it. You're hilarious. Yeah, love that we can learn. So, wait, I've got another question for you. Drop this in the chat. Your relationship to Mary Kay. So, drop a 1 if you're a total newbie, total newbie to Mary Kay, that is. A 2 if you've heard of Mary Kay but you've never tried it. A 3 if you have some Mary Kay but you want more. A 4 if you're completely obsessed. And a 5 if you tried it once a long time ago. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let us know your relationship to Mary Kay. Oh, I love this. We've got a lot of completely obsessed clients out there. We love our Mary Kay fans. Yes, love it. And if you're new, welcome. And if you tried it a long time ago, welcome back. We're here to have fun and to teach you a little something too, to add value. That's what I love, adding value to women. That's something that I am just missioned to do. And Mary Kay gives us that opportunity. So let's get right to it. Makeup mistakes. I'm going to start with number 5. We're going to go to number 1. So the number 5 makeup mistake, in my opinion, this is just, Amanda's opinion, skipping your skin prep. Makeup is only as good as the skin underneath, as that canvas underneath, just like painting, right? And so skincare matters more than makeup. Skincare matters more than makeup. Makeup is really fun and we love it, but I've used this analogy before. Some of you will remember me saying this, but if you're not using good skincare and you're not doing good skin prep, using makeup is like trying to ice a crumbly cake. Have any of you ever tried to ice a crumbly cake and you could see all the crumbs and it just doesn't, no matter how much you layer that icing on, it just doesn't cover. It just like it shows. And makeup is the same way. If the skin underneath is, textured and not smooth and not moisturized, hydration, you guys, hydration prevents settling. That's key for sure. So good skincare and primer matters. If you aren't using primer, that's a huge mistake. Primer makes all the difference. It keeps everything from settling into those lines and pores. And of course, it helps your makeup to last all day, but it gives it that flawless, smooth finish. So if you feel like your makeup is looking a little less than great, make sure you've got good skincare in place and you're using primer. Primer. I shared this on I think on Facebook a couple weeks ago. I was in a hurry and I was kind of out of my routine and I started to put my foundation on and I kept like brushing it on and I'm like, why is this not covering? No matter how much I layered and something was off and I immediately knew. I was like, I forgot my primer. And you could see every pore, you could see every line, and it just wasn't cut, like the coverage was not there. So, yeah, just actually, if you've painted in your house, painted walls before, it's
You're
the same
almost
thing.
done.
You've got to prime to get the coverage that you need.
Add
So,
extension to
really, really important with our face as well. So, speaking of priming, we prime our face, our skin, but with eyes and lips, you guys, you can use concealer or your under eye corrector for your eyes. Use that as your primer because again, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to prevent the settling. It's going to help your lipstick to last, keep that from bleeding into fine lines. So that's makeup mistake number 5. Moving on to number 4. Okay, not using lip color. You can drop it in the chat if you're guilty of that. There are, days, of course, I don't have lip color on every single day, but I feel like I just need a little something. But maybe you spend time on your eyes, you spend time on your face, even your cheeks, but then you have bare lips. In fact, I just happened to catch a little snippet of the news. In the last hour, and they were interviewing a woman who had a beautiful face, makeup, everything, and her lips were totally bare. And I was like, oh, but you forgot your lipstick. She just looked a little unfinished, but it really brings everything together is what it does. And whether it's a little liner, a little lip gloss, I'm with you, Reen. I feel naked without my lipstick, totally. A tinted lip balm, lip gloss. It doesn't have to be bold. It doesn't have to be bright. It doesn't have to be overdone, but just a little lip color. It really just signals intention and it highlights your smile. So, so important. Um, so yeah, just a little lip color. And quite honestly, even using the lip scrub, our sugar scrub, first will kind of bring out the natural color of your lips. So you kind of get that natural color a little bit from the lip scrub too. But we did a special, so we did a special event last month called The Perfect Pout. Some of you were with us for that. If you weren't, it's on YouTube and you can catch the replay. But we talked all about lips. And so I saw somebody was saying they have trouble keeping it on. Go back and watch that Perfect Pout because I shared some tips for keeping your lip color on. And it is important, yeah, that you have a shade that you feel really good in. So I hear you, Amanda. Finding the right shade. Um, is key, and your consultant can help you with that. So that's what we're here for, to help you find a color that you love, that you feel really confident in, and that again just highlights your smile. So don't forget your lip color. All right, number three. The number three makeup mistake, in my opinion, is forgetting your brows. Okay, true story. I was probably 3 months into my Mary Kay business. I was at a Mary Kay event, a conference. I was doing my makeup in the hotel room with my roommates and had everything done, and but I had not yet started using brow liner. And my friend was like, "But your brows," and I was like, "What do you mean?" And she taught me, showed me brow liner, and it changed. Ever since then, that one moment, she showed me how to do my brows, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" It's like I always say this too. It's like putting a frame around a picture, is what your brows do, and it also kind of just naturally lifts your eyes. So if you feel like your eyes are kind of looking a little, um, well, a little less than lifted, not as awake as you want, not as bright, not as youthful. I'm telling you, just the lightest little bit on your brows, whether it's liner or tint, can make all the difference. So, so important. It's actually the one thing that I won't leave the house without. You all, okay, type in the chat. What's the one makeup product you won't leave the house without? I know for a lot of people it's mascara. Um, Lip color, maybe. Yep. But brows, you guys, I can't leave without my brows. Oh, Kim, there's another eyebrows. Yeah. Okay, mascara, lipstick, lip color. Yeah, we've all got that one thing. And for me, it's brows. And let's see, Tiffany, you need help doing brows? We'll do a brow. I think it's been a while since we've done a Wow Brows event. Maybe I'll add that to the calendar. If not for March, maybe for April, we'll do a Wow Brows. And you guys have to let me know too what other events you want to see, or where you need help in your skincare makeup routine. And we'll build some special events around those. But um, if you do have dark brows and plenty of them, yeah. So you still want to define. You may not need a lot of volume, Lisa, but you still want to just make sure they're defined, which you can do with a liner. And you want to make sure that you at least comb through them or brush through them. That's one thing that I always say it takes like 10 seconds, 5 seconds, if that, on each brow to just comb through. And you can just take a little spoolie brush like this, and you just brush up and out. And then you take a little brow gel and just brush that on top to make sure that they're tame and they stay in place all day. Do any of you have those brows that just kind of they want to do their own thing? At the end of the day, they're all going different directions. Um, Brow gel. This is awesome for that. If I can get it out of here. Oh, if some of you got the brow kits while those were available, yeah, Reen is right on the money with that. Brow kits are great. If you've never done your brows, oh, try it out. But brow gel, it's clear. Just brush on and out, up and out, and it will hold them in place, but they won't feel crunchy. It's not like that hairspray that leaves your hair all hard and crunchy. But if you've got full brows, for sure, you want to use a clear brow gel. Definitely. But I think it sounds like we might need to do a Wow Brows workshop or masterclass. So stay tuned. We'll put that on the agenda. Here, well, on the flip side, so makeup mistake number three has A and B. So A is forgetting your brows. B, the flip side of that is overdrawing your brows. And I think I'm gonna guess you've probably all seen it, maybe on someone else, um, where they've used a shade that's too dark, which is really harsh, or or they've made it too thick, which is really distracting. You know, you don't want to look at someone and you don't want the first thing to be that they look at your brows. Your brows are to draw the attention to your eyes. So if the first thing people are noticing are your brows, then they're either too dark, too thick, and we need to kind of tone that down. So it's really important to get the right shade, and that's where your consultant comes into play. She can help you find the right shade. So Anita, the blonde will be perfect for you. That's actually what I use is the blonde. So if you've got really light, yeah, strawberry blonde hair, that would be perfect. So think lift, think definition, think natural but polished. Think soft structure, not Sharpie marker. Remember that. Okay, yeah, over plucking was a thing years ago, and you know, brows are one of those things that don't always grow back. So if you did over pluck, no worries. We've got brow liner, we've got brow tint, so you can fill in and fluff those babies back up. But yeah, just be cautious if you do pluck, and that sometimes those brows don't grow back. But they really do. They finish everything off, kind of like lipstick, but for your eyes, just kind of frame your eyes and they really should draw attention to your eyes. All right. If you just joined us, I think we had a couple that just popped in. Make sure to drop in the chat if you're a guest, your name, so you can go into our prize drawing. We've got a prize wheel going, and comment at least 3 times to get in on the prize drawing. So, all right, we're down to the last two, you guys, the last two makeup mistakes. Okay. And then maybe a bonus one if we've got time. All right, makeup mistake number 2, using products past their expiration date. We've probably all done it. I'm gonna guess. I have for sure. I'm not ashamed to say that. I said I've made all these mistakes. Guilty for sure. Guilty as charged. But yeah, that mascara from who knows when. Makeup expires for a reason. It does. And you likely wouldn't drink milk past the expiration date. And so that's kind of how you need to think of your makeup, even though you don't get that initial like, gross, you know, feeling that you might get if you smell some old sour milk. But you want to think about that with your makeup because yes, makeup does expire. And what can happen is irritation, breakouts. So if you think about mascara is the one we talk about all the time because you want to change that up. How often, you guys, put in the chat, you know the answer. How often should you get new mascara? Drop it in the chat. If you, yeah, 3 months, 3 months. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. You guys got it. So if you hang on to that mascara for too long, what happens is bacteria builds up. It can cause eye infections. Your eyes can get itchy and red and irritated. And so if that's happening, ask yourself, when was the last time you swapped out your mascara or your eyeliner or your eyeshadow? But mascara is a big one. You do want to make sure to refresh every 3 to 4 months. And foundation, probably about at the year mark, I would say. Swap out that foundation. Lipstick, 1 to 2 years. But if there's any doubt, when in doubt, toss it. When in doubt, throw it out. Because you really don't, really what it can do to your skin is irritate it and cause breakouts. And it just won't look as nice, go on as nice. You'll find that after 3, 4 months with your mascara, it's going to start to flake. It's going to start to clump. It's not going to look as nice and smooth. And yes, and it will smell funny too. That's an indicator. If something smells a little funky, it's time to throw that baby out. Even if it's, I know I have those lipsticks too. They were limited edition or they're discontinued. They don't make the color anymore. Just get rid of it. We have brand new, fresh, on-trend colors. So just toss it. Now's a great time as we're heading into spring. We're thinking spring, even if there's a foot of snow on the ground. Just spring clean your makeup bag, spring clean your makeup drawer. It's a good season. If you just got, oh, how many of you got the new catalog, the new spring catalog? Hello, spring, hello, colors. It's a good time to refresh. So put that on your to-do list maybe in the next week or two. Go through your makeup, toss anything that's old, and if you're unsure, it's probably too old. Blush, I would say you're probably good with like 1 to 2 years on the blush. Yeah, big one is mascara, foundation for sure after a year. Okay, you guys, drum roll. I should see if you guys can guess. Can you guess what in my opinion is the number one makeup mistake? Drum roll. Ooh, I like this one. See, I think we're gonna have to do a part two because there were several that didn't make my top five, but I feel like um okay, not removing your makeup for sure is a good one. Too much foundation, not blending eyeshadow. These are also good. Eyeliner going too far, or I would add to that, Reen, eyeliner that's too harsh, too thick, too dark. Um, Not cleaning your brushes. Ding, 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 ding. Lisa, at least in my opinion. But these are all good, you guys. All good. And Anita, the wrong color of foundation. That's actually one if I get time, I'm going to talk about too. You guys nailed it. You guys know, Okay, so not cleaning your makeup brushes. If your skin's breaking out, your brushes might be to blame. I mean, you could drop it in the chat if you want to be honest with us. If you're up for it, let us know when was the last time you cleaned your brushes. You really should clean them once a week. If you're not, it's okay. Start now. Pick a day of the week. Pick when you've got some time, turn on some tunes. I always say just schedule it in. It's one of those things like if we don't schedule it in, like going to the gym or getting our workout in, if we don't schedule it, it just is one of those things we think like, oh, I should do it, but it never really happens. So, oh, hey, Ellen, welcome. I don't think I said welcome to you yet. I'm adding you to our giveaway. Yeah, sponges. Yes, Amanda. Sponges, those need to be tossed after like 2 months. Um, how do you pay? You do pay attention, Lisa. Yes, you do. You're learning. Okay, yeah. So Judy, awesome. Keep up with that once a week, cleaning of your brushes. How do you clean them? Great question. All you need is a drop of Dawn dish soap and a little bit of water. I just use like a cup or a bowl. Put just a drop. You don't need a whole bunch of it. And but I think this is another master class or workshop we're gonna do, cleaning your brushes. I'm adding it to my list, you guys. I'll give you the quick little scoop now. So these little guys, I would put like a little bit of that Dawn and water in the palm of my hand and just go like this, gently kind of swirl it in there. And then you run it under water to get all the soap out, clean it really good, rinse it really good. And you want to be careful that the water, you never want to soak your brushes. So never just throw them in a sink or a bowl to soak because the water will weaken this handle. You don't want to get water above that line right there because it can weaken it. So just keep the water down here at the bristles, rinse thoroughly. I just do this to dry them out, get all that excess water out, and then lay them on a counter where the bristles are off the edge of the counter so that the air can circulate and they can dry. They'll need a good 24 hours to dry. And that's why, you guys, it's good to have a second or a third set of brushes. So while one set is drying, you've got another clean set, or one set's dirty, waiting to be washed, you've got another clean set. So Really important too, especially with your foundation brush. That one you really want to make sure that you're doing a good job of cleaning. And actually this one, do any of you use the blending brush? Yes, Ellen, those textured mats are helpful. I do have one of those that sometimes I'll work into the bristles, but you do want to be careful, right? I mean, you don't want to go too crazy with it, but with the blending brush, if you've got one of these for foundation, I just take the tips of my fingers with the soap and water and just kind of work it like this to work it in there and clean that really good. This is a great brush, by the way. If you don't have this blending brush for foundation, it's so soft. I know it looks like a sponge. Everybody thinks it's a sponge. It's actually, the bristles are really densely packed. I don't know if you can even see that, but it's super soft. It's great for getting nice full coverage too. Yeah, Nikita, you can use the blending brush with CC cream for sure. You use with any, yeah, CC cream liquid foundation. Okay. But yeah, so makeup brushes, sponges, they can get buildup from makeup, oils, dirt, and that just creates a nasty breeding ground for bacteria that again can harm your skin, irritate it, cause you, even your makeup won't go on as smooth. If your foundation brush is all caked up with foundation, you're gonna find it streaky, it doesn't go on nice and smooth. So, yay, Reem will be cleaning her brushes tonight. Awesome. Um, all right. So add that to your weekly to-dos. Just pick a day or a time when you've got the time to do it and schedule it in. But just remember, those clean tools are going to mean clean skin and smoother makeup. Your makeup is going to look so much better with clean brushes. All right, bonus makeup mistake. We've got just enough time, I think. And I think it was Anita who said it. I'm going to see if I can find it. Yeah, Anita, wrong color foundation. This is a big one, wearing the wrong foundation shade. Type match in the chat. If you feel confident in your foundation shade, you know that you're wearing the right shade, match, you've got it nailed down, you're wearing the right one. Awesome. I'm so glad. So glad that you guys know you're in the right foundation shade. And if you're not confident, just type help in the chat and your consultant will make a note to do a little match session to make sure. I'm making notes. Okay. Kim, Amanda, we see you. Yeah, what's really important is nailing down your undertone. So if you don't know your undertone, that's key. Are you warm? Are you cool? Are you neutral? That that's everything. And I will tell you that there was a time that we didn't have neutral undertone foundations. You were either warm or cool. And for years, I felt like I was wearing the wrong foundation shade and I could never get a match. And that's why, because we didn't have neutral undertones to our foundations. So if you're wearing a shade that's too light, it can make you look older. If you're wearing a shade that's too dark, it can just look heavy and then you've got that line where your face is a different color from the rest of your body. And I will also say if you're over the age of 40, opt for a luminous wear. Unless you're really oily, then you could maybe do a luminous and a matte. But consider a luminous wear because matte can exaggerate texture. Like I shared this morning in that Facebook Live, too much powder can also exaggerate texture. So wearing a luminous, a nice dewy, glowy foundation can help, or even just adding a couple drops of the nourishing oil to your foundation can give you that luminous, just youthful, moisturized glow. Yeah, so season changes, right? And that's exactly where I'm going. Kim, you read my mind. So if you're still wearing the same shade of foundation you did last summer, we need to talk. Unless you really don't see the sun in the summer. I mean, you've got sunscreen on, you wear a hat all the time. You may quite honestly be in the same shade year round. It's entirely possible. But even if you get a little bit of color, you're probably going to need to bump up a little bit in the summer. And even wearing sunscreen and keeping hats on, you're probably still going to get a little bit more color in the summer. So really important to make sure that you're in the right shade. So, all right, Tiffany, I'm adding you to the list who needs help. All right. Okay, so you guys, before we wrap up, yes, that nourishing oil, if you haven't tried it, it's heavenly. A few drops in anything, it's magical. In your moisturizer, in your foundation, in your body lotion, for sure. Yeah, more than likely you've got a darker summer shade than you do in the winter. Now, CC cream, you may be able to get away with the same shade year round, depending on how much color you get. But foundation, probably going to have a summer winter shade and maybe even an in between, depending on how much color you do get. So, good question, Reen. CC cream is like a tinted moisturizer. So CC stands for complexion correction or color corrector. So it's actually really, really good for your skin. It's like skincare and makeup in one. So it's very natural looking. It covers well, but it's very light in how it looks and feels. Foundation is going to give more coverage than a CC cream will, but CC cream also has SPF 15, so that's an added benefit. But there's actually 8 benefits. I can never remember all of them, but it covers, conceals, it hydrates. Consultants, if you remember any of the other 8 benefits, you can type it in the chat. I can never remember all of them, but it's really good for your skin. It's great when you want like just a little something, but you don't want to look overdone. You know, maybe you're just out running errands and you want to just kind of look a little more put together, but you don't want a full face. So it's good to have options. I always talk about having, you know, a wardrobe of foundations, you know, CC cream, luminous, matte wear, silky setting powder for all those different you know, our skin changes, sometimes different occasions. You want a different look. So it's great to have options. Okay, we've got some specials for you guys. We've always got specials as a thank you for showing up. So special number 1 is the Flawless Foundation Fix. That is your primer, your foundation, and your blending brush. This little bundle is normally $62, but tonight it's only $55 for the Flawless Foundation Fix. So primer, foundation, blending brush, and these specials are good for the next 24 hours because we know that sometimes you gotta sometimes I know you guys jump off here and you go straight to bed, or you've got to take inventory and kind of think about what you might want. So you've got until tomorrow night to grab that deal, or the Soft Lift Brow Kit. This I love. Okay. Brow liner, your brow gel, and the eyebrow brush, which has the spoolie on one end and then has the eyeliner brush on the other end, which you can use for eyeliner or you can use for brows, but it's a great dual-ended brush. So this kit is normally $38. Tonight is $34 for the Soft Lift Brow Kit. And then we've got one more for you guys. The Youthful Lip Trio. Okay, liner, lipstick, lip gloss. Colors, of course, your choice. My recommendation too is lip gloss is going to give you some of that shine, but if you do a Supreme hydrating lipstick, you're going to get even more moisture. So those of you that are more concerned with lines, aging, wanting a more youthful look, the Supreme hydrating is great. This is actually the trio I have on. So it's the Rose lip liner. You guys probably would never guess this. The natural lipstick, it's a really light pink, but with the rose underneath and the Fancy Nancy on top, it's a beautiful pink trio. You guys know I love my pinks, but colors are up to you. You can pick out whatever colors you want, or your consultant can help you. I always love when my clients trust me and they're like, "Oh, you can pick out my colors." That's always fun for us as consultants. But okay, that trio is normally 52. Tonight it's 47. All right, you guys, can I share something that I love? Can I share something I love? Um, I want to get your permission before I do. So just drop in the chat if I can share something that I love. Oh, thanks, Ellen. Okay. You guys, you guys know there's so much that I love about Mary Kay, but I love that Mary Kay founded this company with God first, family second, and career third. I love that she founded it on the golden rule. And just that comes straight from God's word, treating people the way you want to be treated. I absolutely love this company. And as I shared earlier, just our education first philosophy, our personal service um, commitment. And I think many of you know, but Mary Kay's privately owned, debt-free, like I shared earlier, in 30 plus countries around the world. It's an incredible opportunity for women. And it's not for everybody, but it's perfect for some of you. Absolutely perfect for some of you. And for me, it was never about the makeup because actually I didn't wear any makeup before I came into Mary Kay. I knew nothing about makeup. And it took me a long time to even put lipstick on my, on my lips. But it really, for me, has been about helping women to see themselves differently. It's about giving women that confidence. It's about inspiring, adding value, building women up, building an incredible community. And so before we wrap up and before we do our drawings, I do just want to say that if you've ever thought, gosh, I love Mary Kay too. I love the products. I need something fun. I need something flexible. I love the community. I love the women. I, you want something more? We would love to share with you and talk with you just a little bit about it. And that coffee chat doesn't mean you're signing up, you're signing your life away, you're committed. It just means you're going to explore. You're just going to check it out and see what it might look like. So just type info in the chat if you just want more info. If you're just kind of curious, like, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking maybe, and maybe not right now, but maybe it's something you're like, gosh, down the road, I might want to do this. Let us know because, like I said, I started for the money. I was 23. I was right out of college. I had student loan debt. I had to put a roof over my head. I had to put food in my mouth. I had all the bills to pay as an adult. And it was really the student loan debt that was kind of looming over me. It was like, I need something extra. And quite honestly, when I looked at my other options for part-time income, none of them were, none of them were really that appealing. But when my friend had finished this facial with me and I asked her about it, and she told me what kind of money she was making, I was like, this really sounds like a lot of fun. And I don't know anything about owning a business, anything about the products, anything about skincare, but I can learn. And she said, we can teach you. And I said, all right, I'll try it out. So I really just said yes to trying it. And I wasn't looking for a whole new career. God had different plans, and I'm so grateful. I wouldn't change a thing, but I just said yes to trying it out. And so maybe that's you. Maybe you're like, I don't know, I just want to try it out and see what happens. So just let us know if you want more info. And actually, type it in the chat. 1 to 10. I always ask 1 to 10. A 10 would be absolutely yes. I would try it out. I'd at least try it. A 1 means never in a million years. I'd rather, sell bananas on a deserted island than start a Mary Kay business. And you can't choose 5. No 5s allowed, sorry. Somebody's always a 5. And I always just say it's uncomfortable to sit on the fence. So you got to be a 4 or a 6 at that point. But let us know, type it in the chat. That'll get you into our prize giveaway. So let's see, we've got Amber, who's a 4. Reen is our newest consultant. Welcome, Reen. We're so excited that you have decided to join us. You're going to be an amazing Mary Kay consultant for sure. All right, Bana, we got you. Kim is an 8. Yay, Kim. We're excited to welcome you. Ellen is a 4. Judy's a 3. Tiffany's a 2. I love that. Never say never. That's what I always say. Never say never. Never say never. All right, we're going to spin that wheel in just a minute, but I have just a few minutes left that I wanted to share. P.S. If you're not familiar with our coupon club, um, put coupon club in the chat. If you don't know about the coupon club, or maybe you're in the coupon club, but over $350 of savings you can get throughout the year. If you need the link, just text your consultant afterwards and she'll send you the link. It takes like 5 minutes. You watch a quick video, 3-minute video. You fill out a quick survey with 5 questions. You get coupons. You can use one every month of the year. And so part of joining the coupon club is that you just ask 5 questions. Doesn't matter what they are, just about Mary Kay. Questions about Mary Kay. And we have a new member of the coupon club who submitted some questions that I thought were so good. These questions, you guys, were so good. And yes, Tiffany, I always email once a month with a reminder with what the coupons are, or the coupon for that month is. But so a couple of her questions I thought were so good. And some of you might be wondering these as well. But she said, actually, I shared this earlier. She said, what's one product you didn't expect to love, but now can't live without? And it's quite honestly, it's all the makeup, because I never expected to be a makeup girl. I never expected to wear it, let alone love it. But it is just fun to play with. And she said, if someone wanted to become a consultant, what personality traits or habits help the most? Consultants, type in the chat what you think. How would you answer that? There's no right or wrong answer to that. But if you're a consultant, what personality traits or habits help the most? And as I was thinking about that, I was like, the coolest thing about Mary Kay is that you get to be you. You absolutely get to be you. You don't have to walk like, talk like, look like anyone else. You don't have to change your personality. It's not just for people who are outgoing or extroverts, because I'm not. Newsflash. Everybody's like, really? But yeah, I am an introvert. And this was the furthest thing from my comfort zone 19 years ago. But I honestly think that one of the traits that's really just well, necessary is just a willingness. Just a yeah, Laura, a willingness to learn. Bonna, you said it, willing to listen. Yeah, just a willingness to try it out. That's it. And it's not a huge commitment. So you can try it for as long as you want. And you can go back to being a customer. You can stay in for your own, benefits of using the product. But I promise, I always say, whether you're here a day, a week, a month, a year, the rest of your life, you'll be so glad you at least just tried it out. So I think just a willingness to try is all you need. And you get to be you. But Mary Kay, I will tell you, will make you a better version of you. In consultants, you can type in the chats how Mary Kay has improved your life in the time that you've been here with us. How you've grown, maybe what it's done for you. But you'll be so glad if you do decide to just try it out. I promise. And again, it's not like you're signing your life away. I told my friend, I said, I'll give it a year. If I'm having fun, if I'm making money at the end of the year, I'll stick with it. And if not, at least I tried it out. Nothing to lose. I'd be no worse for the wear, just for saying yes to trying. So, all right, you guys. Last question that I thought I've gotten twice in the last week. What makes Mary Kay different from other companies? What sets Mary Kay apart from other companies? And I could go on and on, but I know we're almost out of time, so I'll try to condense it. But I honestly believe it's our community, it's our culture, it's our value of people and love over profit and loss. It's living and working by the golden rule. It's God, family, career. It's all of those things. It's how Mary Kay herself founded this company that really set the stage. And is why we're thriving 60 years later, you guys. It's all of that. It's putting an emphasis on people and relationships, and not how much can I sell and how much can I make, but truly, truly caring about people. And yes, Nikita, that's our goal, is to care about each client and each customer and making them become better. Mary Kay taught us this, and this is a great lesson that I'll leave you guys with, whether you're a Mary Kay consultant or not. She taught us to imagine that every person has an invisible sign around his or her neck that says, make me feel important. So as you go about your day tomorrow, your week, the rest of your life. Imagine that every person you run into has that invisible sign that says, make me feel important. Think about how you could make that person feel important, even if it's just a smile. Um, it's amazing what that could do to change their day. Okay, you guys, it's time for a giveaway. All right. I've got all your names in the wheel. We're going to spin it. We're going to see who our lucky winner is. And then I have a brief little story I have to end with. Maria! Hey, aren't you so glad you showed up tonight, Maria? I've got a gift for you. Maria, our prize winner. Yay! I hope you're still here, Maria. Yay, there she is. Awesome, awesome. Okay, you guys, I wonder if any of you have heard this story, The Mistaken Hedgehog. If you have, um, hopefully you'll enjoy hearing it again. A woman in England saw a little abandoned hedgehog and scooped it up very carefully. Taking it home, she put it in a box with some cat food and water, and she left it alone in a dark corner so as not to frighten the little thing. The next day, concerned it wasn't moving, she took it to the veterinarian who examined the little creature. Turns out it wasn't a hedgehog at all. It was a pom-pom from the top of a beanie hat. When the media picked up the story, the vet was quick to praise the woman for her kindness and her good intentions. As we go along life's road, we should always be alert to opportunities to help others and to be kind, approaching everything with good intentions. We'll not be perfect, of course. Sometimes we may mistake pom-poms for hedgehogs, and we need to ask God for discernment. But today, look around you. Someone may need a word of encouragement, a compliment, a simple gift, or an extra prayer. Every person living on earth needs a smile. If nothing else, maybe you can make someone smile today by telling them about the woman who mistook a pom-pom for a hedgehog. You guys, I hope that's something you can take with you, and just remember to go out there and remember that every person has a sign that says, make me feel important. I hope you guys felt important tonight. We appreciate you. You guys make me feel important. You make us feel important for showing up and for supporting your consultant. So thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you. Stay tuned for more fun events next month, you guys. I almost forgot. March 16th, 17th, 18th. I'm doing a special. This is the first ever Confident Woman Collective. It's a masterclass. It'll be right here on Zoom, 7 to 8 each Eastern on the 16th, 17th, and 18th. So stay tuned. It's going to be really, really special, something very unique and different. So more details to come. Hope you guys have a great night. Thanks for being here. Bye.